All right, Shalom. First off, we all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are during in truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and the confusion of faith who follow. So, as you can see, Russia has given a warning to the UK. It says World War III warning. Russia threatens to bomb UK ships. Putin official sparks alarm bells. Now, there's been a lot of ruckus going on in the Black Sea lately. This is the main article I wanted to get, but I'm also going to reference this article, which was from Al Jazeera yesterday. It says Russia says warning shots fired at British destroyer in the Black Sea. Russia says it moved to deter a British destroyer, but the UK challenges the claims, saying it was conducting innocent passage through Ukrainian waters. So we all know that, or we should know, that Crimea has been occupied by Russia. So those are technically Russian waters. And, when you get too close, they have a right to defend their territory. That's the same as if a Russian ship had come close to like the coast of Florida or California. The United States would have a right to, say, hey man, what you doing here? You ain't supposed to be here. So just wanted to definitely reference this, and this will be in the description as well. But those were just warning shots. This time, just less than 24 hours later, they're threatening to bomb. So, and then you have this. We'll play this in a second, but let's get into the meat and potatoes of this article. It says after claiming the HMS Defender was forced to leave its waters yesterday, Russia's deputy foreign minister Sergei, you can pronounce his name, warned that the state will bomb any target which disregards prior warning. In a threat to the West, Mr. claimed no state should now violate Russia's borders. Although the West does not recognize the country's claims to Crimea, if such an incursion happens again, the official insisted Russia will take complete action to protect its waters, which is basically what I just said. That's through the spirit. So let's go on and see what else they say. He said today, what can we do? We can appeal to the common sense, demand respect for international law. You know, and he's not asking for nothing any other country's not asking for. The UK wouldn't want Russia to, you know, um, pull up on the side of England. France wouldn't like you to come down the English Channel and get too close to their land with a warship. It's not a sailing boat. This is a warship. What are warships for? They're for war. If you didn't know, it says if this does not help, we can bomb not only in the direction but also on target if our colleagues do not understand. So hey, if you want to get funky, we can get funky, is what they're saying, and that's going to bring me to my first scripture, which is of course Ezekiel 38. It says Ezekiel 38:1, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Gog and Magog being what we know now as Russia. And thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw. Okay, saying that I will turn thee back and put a hook in their jaw. Now, what is he turning them back to? All right, this is the Lord saying that he's going to turn Russia back to that old Soviet spirit with that mother Russia. We drink vodka. You know, taking them back to their roots, that Cold War mentality. All right, back to that Joseph Stalin, mentality. Slovakia. But they're not playing. And the scripture continues. It says, "And I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, and horses and horsemen, all of them clothed in all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." So what is that talking about? All right, that's talking about making them ready for war, with all kind of shields, all kind of weaponry. The modern day sword is a gun or a missile, or really any kind of, in this sense, any kind of military weapon. And we know that Russia is top of the class when it comes to their military um, armories. Them and the United States are neck and neck. But I do believe that Russia does have bigger, better bombs. That's just me as a man speaking. I know they have they have that Satan bomb, and then they came out with bigger ones since then. One that said that it could destroy a landmass the size of Texas or France. So what you want? Are you a small country or are you a bigger country? We can take out a whole state, one of the biggest states in the United States, or we can take out a whole country with one bomb, and they got thousands. So keep playing with these people if you want to. Keep playing with them. You're gonna get what you came for. Moving on, it says, "I warn everyone violating the state's borders of the Russian Federation under the slogan of free navigation from such provo- provocative steps provocative steps because the country, because the security of our country comes first, and that's what any country, they're going to take their security into consideration first." Says, backing up his comments, the Russian official revealed the government's anger following the incident on Wednesday, which, going back to this article, it says Russia says it moved to deter a British destroyer, but the UK challenges they claim, saying that it was conducting an innocent passage through the Ukrainian waters. Russia says it forces fired warning shots and dropped bombs to deter British Royal Navy destroyer, accusing the ship of entering its waters in the Black Sea on Wednesday, a claim denied by the United Kingdom. Okay, so whether they went to their waters or not, Russia felt threatened, so they let them know, "Hey, look, back up. Take it back a step." And before we close it out and get this final scripture, I want to play this. I want to play this for you so you can hear this audio.
We have just on this ship completed a transit through Crimea, Russian-occupied Crimea's territorial waters. This was a deliberate move by the Royal Navy warship HMS Defender on its way to Georgia.
He said it was a deliberate move, so they did this on purpose.
It said it was going through a recognized international shipping lane, but while it was carrying out this transit, that is another Russian aircraft buzzing the warship, yeah.
And you hear the shh. That's that plane flying over, letting them know, "Hey, look, we're not playing with y'all." Okay? These people aren't playing, and they're ready. They're ready at a moment's notice to get this thing kicked off. And we're ready too. The men of the Lord are ready. We're signing and crying for the abominations that be done therein. So go ahead, keep jumping stupid, and let Russia, tap that hand.
in the Black Sea. There have been at times more than 20 aircraft above the warship, and there have been warnings from Russian Coast Guard vessels, and indeed we have heard shots fired. We believe they were out of range. The HMS Defender continued its journey through the Crimea's territorial waters. In other words, within 12 miles of Crimea, we could see the coast.
You within 12 miles of Crimea, talking about we're in international waters. Now, what if a Russian ship was within 12 miles of Texas, of Louisiana? Then what? What would you say? What the fuck are you doing here? We're just in international waters passing through. Come on.
It did not deviate from its course. It completed its transit, which took over just over an hour, and now it is back in international waters. But we're still being, as you can hear, buzzed by Russian jets. They have taken an interest in this. They have warned the ship not to go into Crimean territorial waters, claiming that they are Russian waters. Of course, Russia annexed Crimea, but the warship went through that transit point, that international recognized trade route, and is now on its way, as I say, to Georgia.
So keep playing with them people. You're going to get what you came for. This is Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes," which is another name for Russia, "against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Okay? You're not going to be able to pay these people off. You're not going to be able to do anything. They want your blood. Okay, America. Everyone hates America around the world, and Americans don't understand that or realize why. To them, we're the good guys. We're bringing democracy. You know, my grandfather fought for your freedom. No, your grandfather went over there, raped, robbed, and murdered another people who had nothing to do with it, to do with anything, except for they were in the way of New Rome, pretty much. Verse 18: the bows also shall dash the young man to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. The eye shall not spare children. And that's talking about the thermonuclear missiles. Because there is going to be a third world war, which is going to be a nuclear war, which is soon to come. Which is why the men of the Lord are teaching and preaching these doctrines, this word unto the people, telling you to get right, get your house in order, have your faith, have your works, do what you need to do to have that hedge of protection in that day, because that day is rapidly approaching. Verse 19: and Babylon, which is America, another name for America, the glory of kingdoms, because everyone says that America is this beautiful, delicate place. You know, you can come over here with nothing and end up with everything. Wycliffe said that he thought America was paved with gold, like the kingdom. America is that top place on the planet. It says the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know what happened with that. It was completely and utterly destroyed by fire, hellfire, and brimstone, which are the components of a nuclear weapon. And history is bound to repeat itself. What is America known for? The same things as Sodom and Gomorrah. Where's gay marriage legalized here in America? Where are the children of Israel persecuted at here in America? America's Babylon is destined to be destroyed. With that being said, we have all praise, honor, and glory unto, and not only America, but other places around the world as well. because Britain is we're not gonna let them off the hook. Uh, Britain is the mother of America. Let me see if I can get that real quick. It's in Revelation. Give me one moment. All right, so this is Revelation 17 and 8. The point is a little bit further down, but I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, "The beast thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit," that bottomless pit being the land of Europe. Or Europe is known as the bottomless pit because of its lack of resources. It says, "And go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. And when they behold the beast that was and is it's like the beast that was and is not and yet is." Okay, because the beast was present back in the day, and then it wasn't, and yet it is till it's here today, Salakia, which was that Roman Empire. Right, the Roman Empire went down, and there was a space that it wasn't, and now it's back here today in the form of America. All right, and here is the mind that have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, 7 countries, which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. So it says there's 7 kings, 5 are fallen. The 5 that are fallen are let me see, Germania Major, Germania Minor. You got Gaul, Hispaniola, and I'm forgetting one, and the Greeks. Those are the 5 that fallen. It says one is, which is the Roman Empire, and the other is not yet to come, which is Great Britain. All right, and when we read into the next verse, it says, "And the beast that was and is not and even is the 8th." Okay, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th. So and is of the 7. All right, so it says that the 8th is of the 7, which is the United States, America, coming out of Britain. We know that America originated with 13 original colonies, and they were from where? From Great Britain. It says, "and go into perdition." So let's get this word perdition.
Strong's G 684. Apoleia.
Destroying, utter destruction of vessels, a perishing, ruin, destruction of money, the destruction which consists of eternal misery and hell. Well, they're going to get hellfire, I'll tell you that much. But that's talking about America being destroyed, being utterly destroyed. Utterly being destroyed, meaning perpetually. Perishing, ruin, destruction. Those are all synonyms for America. So, like I said, the UK birthed America, and the UK is not going to be exempt for the judgment either. There are going to be a lot of places around this world who are going to be, blown sky high. America is going to be completely wiped off the map, but there are other places that are going to get hit with these thermonuclear missiles. So, with that being said, we have all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Bashim Kadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the 4 corners who are learning the truth and sincerity, the women, the children, and the confusion of faith who follow. Shalom.